I'm back. I'm just knocking out videos today. Um, so again, I have the 10s Max. I've had the 10s Max since launch day. Now the crazy thing is, I had to go my favorite color by far. Um, I was able to strike a deal, and I traded in uh, a 10 I had, an iPhone 10, um, with someone who was looking for. Um, they were looking for a 10. I kind of lucked up because this person took a new job. Um, their job was getting them a work phone and gave them the option of a 10s Max. So they took that. They took a 10. Um, anyway, I ended up getting the space gray. I gave my wife the gold. Still a little jealous about that. I think the gold is just I love that color. I love that color. My next preference would probably be the silver, if I had a preference or choice. Um, but I wanted to make this video to show some of the cases, some of my favorite cases. I don't have all the cases, but by far my top case is by Spec. This is the Spec Presidio grip. Man, let me tell you something. I was a huge, or not it was, but I'm a huge fan of UAG, and I'm also a huge fan of Spigen. Um, Generally, whenever I get a phone, my first case is generally either the Spigen Tough Armor or the Slim Armor. Or a lot of times I'll go with the UAG Monarch. Those are like my favorite cases. But when I got my 10, um, I actually traded for this particular 10, and the guy had a Spigen, I'm not a Spigen, a Spec Presidio grip. And the grip on this phone, I mean on this case, is just amazing. Like, this phone will not slip out of your hand. And ever since then, like the minute that I got my 10s Max, this was the first case that I got. And I got it in navy, I got it in red. Surprisingly, I didn't get it in black, which normally I'll have these three colors, my favorite colors. But I'm going to pick up a black one. But by far, my favorite case, the Spec Presidio grip. I don't even know, can you guys see the lines right here? Man, if you guys could just, you can't feel it, but trust me, you take this, your phone will not slip out of your hand. I don't care what you're doing. This phone will give you grip. All right, so my number one recommendation is this Spec Presidio grip. Next up, I have an Apple case. This is the silicone case. This was actually my first time getting the silicone case. I've had the leather case in the past. I think I've been kind of apprehensive in the past with the silicone cases because it picks up lint. But this is actually, sometimes when I get in the house, the Spec case, it's a little bulky or whatever. For me, it's not bad. For some people, they're like it's too bulky. So sometimes when I get in the house, I'll rock this case. Now, what I like about this case, it has a little grip to it. It nowhere near the Spec case, but it gives a little. It gives. It has some good grip. It's not as slippery as the leather cases. I've had a lot of Apple leather cases, and when you have, especially like a bigger phone, depending on how big your hands, and I have fairly large hands, fairly big hands, it can make it a little uncomfortable at times. This is not bad. Protection wise, I wouldn't say it's the best thing to go with, but if you have Apple Care and you're not tripping off that, I would highly recommend the Apple silicone case as well. Again, really adds no bulk to the phone. I didn't get a chance to, let me show you the Spec case. To me, it doesn't add a lot of bulk. And even if it did, just the fact that it gives me so much grip, like I'm just never worried about the phone slipping out my hand. I'm just not when it comes to this case. My next case um, that I have is the Apple leather case. Now I got this one when I had the gold phone, um, but the color combination is good with the black. Really no difference as far as size to the silicone case. Um, it's it's a good case. I mean it's real leather, holds up well. But for me, now having this 10s Max, so I had the product red for my 10, which wasn't bad. I actually would carry that out a lot because it didn't have a lot of size. But for this being a larger phone, I don't use this case. The case itself to me is kind of slippery. I know a lot of people that love the leather cases. Um, Feels great. But for me, it's just when I do use this case, I find it so slippery. Like I don't want to use. I prefer to use no case, to be honest, than to use the leather case. Um, but I know a lot of people that love the leather case. So if that's your thing, can't go wrong with this one either. Now this next case, I got off Amazon. Ring key. Ring key. I got it off Amazon. I got it initially when I had the gold phone. I wanted to show off the gold.
I'm not sure I understand.
I know. Anyway, I got it when I had the gold. I wanted to show off the gold. I got it in navy. I got it in a red, and I got it in a black color. As you can see, I mean, I've never used the red. Basically, clear case, TPU case. Fairly hard. I wouldn't trust. It probably could take a drop of 3 feet, 4 feet. Anything above that, I don't think. But it's a fairly good case. I don't use this one too much now, but I mean, nice grip. It has a little bit of a lip, so you could lay it down, and it's fine. You silver phone, gold phone, even space gray. I mean, some people want to show off their phone. This one is not slippery. I have at times, I'll use this, but my go-to case right now is definitely the Spec Presidio grip. I need to pick up some more colors with that case. I also need to pick up a UAG. I generally I'll get a UAG real quick, the Monarch. I didn't this time around just because the 10s Max is a bigger phone. Didn't know if it was going to be uncomfortable, but I think I'm going to go pick up a UAG pretty soon, as well as I'm going to pick up the Spigen Tough Armor and the Slim Armor, because again, Spigen, UAG have always been my go-to cases. If I had to rank them, I probably would go Spigen. I like the Spigen because I normally get the black, which kind of has the material they use on that one is kind of grippy. Depending on the color you get, sometimes it's more of a slippery back. But I get the black generally, and that has a grippable surface. And then the Monarch, which can be slippery, but it has good grip. But honestly, at this point, Spec, I am a huge fan. Probably every phone I get, that will probably be my first case of choice when it comes to getting a phone, because I feel like if I drop this, I feel like it's protected. I mean, I do. Not only is it grippable, but I have confidence in this case that if I drop it from 3 feet, 6 feet, I feel like I'm going to pick my phone up. And actually, I have dropped this phone probably no more than I took it out of my pocket and it fell. But it was in this case, and I have confidence that if I drop it, from a reasonable distance, that the phone's going to be okay. So I didn't want to make a long video. I just wanted to share some of my cases that I have for my 10s Max and show you guys what my favorite case is. What are some of your favorite cases? Or what are some of the cases that you use? List them below in the comment. Maybe it's something that I haven't used before that I can check out. Alright guys, until then, You guys enjoy your day.